I talked to the head of the Grocers Association in our state, and we talked about the food supply. And he and grocers all across Tennessee have assured me and us that we have a stable and secure food supply chain. There is a food supply chain, there is a stability to that and a certainty around that. But the one thing that does disrupt that, even if it's temporarily and even if it creates a real challenge for the people who have to live with that temporary disruption, the thing that disrupts it is panic buying and hoarding and inappropriate behavior around the food chain. And where that happens, we need to bring that to light. You know, I'm a strong believer that people generally will want to do the right thing in these settings. We need to remind people. Oftentimes, they just don't think through that their individual behavior may in fact cost someone else their life. And that's the reality of what we're dealing with here. So churches that continue to meet and gather with elderly and putting groups of people in the same setting, quite frankly, they're risking people's lives. And there are ways to worship and there are ways to serve without congregating people. I'm talking to governors all across the state all across the country about how they're dealing with daycare. And when a school closes, we have real serious daycare issues. We're working with daycare centers. As you know, we announced the other day that we're pushing out through our Department of Human Services $10 million to assist daycare facilities that we currently are currently in contact with and that we have a connection to, that we oversee from the Department of Human Services. We are pushing $10 million out to those daycare centers to address the challenges that they face. We're actually talking to officials about utilizing schools for daycare centers in a way that we can limit the number of children in a classroom and not have children congregate, but provide opportunity for parents to continue to go to work. It's a real crisis for people who suddenly find children at home when they both work, or if it's a single parent and they're off working. We're also working with the faith community to, and I have said before, and through our Office of Faith-Based and Community Initiatives, we're imploring churches to adopt a school that's closed, if it's in your community, and to work with the parents and the families in those schools to assist in directing children to appropriate daycare that will provide safety and security for the kids, but at the same time, safety from the disease through social distancing. So it's a big topic across this country, and we're working to address